Horror Hour.
We all go a little mad. Get you.
Here's Johnny.
Hello and welcome to the Horror Hour, a place we discuss, we debate, we disagree on all things horror. I'm one of the co-hosts here, Yutaka. Hello, and today I'm joined with Liam.
Read pet.
And then also Mr. Steve.
Hey there. Yes.
And today we are going to be reviewing Pretty Little Liars Original Sin. Non-spoiler review, but we will have a spoiler review coming. But before all that, we just want to remind you to remember to hit that like button, comment, please subscribe, and check out our Patreon because we have additional content that is really, well, you all have been wanting us to get messy and raunchy. And let me tell you, the Horror Hour Uncut After Hours, it's a good old time. So, just check it out. We got tiers of 1, 3, and 5. Yep, that too. Also, with those tiers, some of you can vote on the topics that we talk about in our after hours, and then other tiers you can also vote on what we talk about on the main podcast episode. So with that, just links down below, and we're now going to get into a review of Pretty Little Liars Original Sin and the finale season series. We don't know because they're giving us mixed signals. Drops this Friday, the 18th. So first off, we'll just go around and ask real quick, what did everybody think? I'll start with you, Liam.
Bailey Madison is the supreme. That like
I agree. Okay. All right. Yep.
What much more is there to say? Like Bailey Madison stand out. No, I loved it. I didn't watch the original series of Pretty Little Liars or the second attempt at a spin-off.
Rosewood, right?
Is
that the spinoff?
There was Rosewood, and then there were the Perfectionists. Which was
I forgot
Jesus
about
Christ! So this is number 4.
Yeah, the Perfectionist
Well,
didn't last.
I
didn't watch 1, 2, 3, but I have watched this, and I thought this was great. Like I was so impressed with how good this was.
All right. Well, Steve, do you have the same sentiments?
Well, as an OG fan, I did watch the original. I watched Ravenwood, which is not Rosewood, Ravenwood, which was the more like the supernatural spin-off. And then I did not watch The Perfectionists.
Well, no one
I don't know why I didn't try it. I don't know. I think just those two weren't my favorite characters, Mona and Allison. So I was just like, whatever.
The Mona stand's gonna kill you. Come for you.
Is gonna get me.
Mona have
No, I love this. I love Originals, and I think being on HBO does it a service by being able to really up the ante on being leaning more into horror. The first one had elements of it, especially in like the later seasons.
Yeah,
it had more callbacks to horror, and but this one I love. Just like every episode, it's just there's a reference, more than one, and it's the stories are tight, and the characters are fun. I love every episode. I look forward to it.
Okay, well, I
go.
don't want to sound like a fucking broken record, but same. I really did. I will say, like, the first couple episodes, they were a little bit slow, to be honest, for me. But I think by the end of episode 2, it was just like, holy shit. And then it continually did a great job of building. I also agree. I loved the characters. I mean, yes. I love Imogen just from her very entrance of,
are you fucking serious, Karen?
That slow drop of the French fry of the guy just watching. Like, I'm going to clip that in because that's one of my favorite scenes because I was like, oh. But I do love that they also, I mean, they go full on horror with some of the kills that are quite grotesque. So I love that. And I would say season 1 also feels complete if it doesn't get picked up, which I hope it does. I would love to see another season of this. But those would be my well, I mean, again, there was that article in TV Line, and they're like, "We're sorry, that was a promo. We don't know if that really is true."
It says
So,
season now on HBO.
oh, does it?
They
All
changed it.
right. Well, I do. So I will say, yes, I do love it, and I do love all the little. Well, obviously, I'm a tabby because she loves horror, and she likes to get herself in trouble. But yes, yeah. But overall, I really, really enjoyed this season. So with that, any surprises or anything you didn't like? Let's ask that, because I mean, I'm not going to say this was a perfect season of television, but it was a great season of television.
I mean, I think just maybe some of the weaknesses is that because it's a kind of a big group of girls, some of them do get lost in the mix.
This is true.
I think especially early on, they could have done a little bit more with Noah. Like, she's there and she's got her story, but I just feel like Imogen really takes center stage. Tabby gets center stage. The twins, but so some of the girls kind of get shuffled around a bit. But I feel like it comes together a little bit more mid-season. It does get they do get their time. But it's hard with an ensemble.
Oh yeah, definitely. I wouldn't say complaint. I don't.
If it's a negative, it's a negative. It's okay.
It's not really a negative, but it is kind of a negative because I think the reveal of A.
Oh
yeah.
Wait, I like that though.
It is not flagged. Like, you should be able to watch this kind of show and you should be able to work it out. And even though I did, it took me a very, 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 very long time.
You're just mad that it
was
did
something completely different. But
you're mad that it took you that long.
I'm not mad. But I don't think they did a good of a job as making the reveal to be as much of like a moment, because it was like, well, you've not really done anything here, so
okay, hold up.
With one aspect of it, I will say, not the full reveal, one aspect of the reveal.
Okay, fine, I guess. I don't know, because that episode was bonkers. Like,
it was great.
Bonkers. It was so good. Like, wow.
Yeah,
like, that's why I feel
just
I feel if this doesn't continue, that was a great, like, holy shit moment. I think because obviously, I loved all the Easter eggs of being to pull from different, where you could see that they were getting their influence from other horror films or franchises. I think one of the things, and it's kind of a complaint that I have seen kind of across the board though too, is that sometimes a bit of the look is a bit grainy, if that makes sense. But even still, I also would have to say there were a lot of antagonists, and I don't feel that well, again, it kind of goes to also the, you have so many of the girls and you have so many of the antagonists, trying to weave that together or give them equal screen time. That was kind of a bit much. It was either too crowded or you ended up forgetting about so-and-so, So
yeah.
That's true too of the original though.
Is it? Oh, okay.
That's kind of the DNA of the series is like there are so many characters, and my guess is that they do that so that anyone can be A, because there's
Okay.
so
Yeah.
many people.
That
who,
is,
like,
Because
I
there
mean,
is
yes.
there is a
You know,
lot of red
because
herrings.
it could be anybody. And
Yes,
and the
there
thing
are.
with the, I mean, I know we're not doing spoilers for Original Sin. I don't know if we can talk about the old one yet.
Yeah.
But what I will say
Guys,
is, like,
gals, and theys,
It's
there are
been
going to be
years.
spoilers of
Yeah.
Say it.
the original Pretty Little Liars. That's fine.
so because I think it was like 7 or 8 seasons,
Yeah.
there wasn't just one A. So I don't know if they plan on doing that with this series or not. Which might speak to how you were feeling, Liam. Like with the original, there was kind of like a rotating A, and then at some point it was like there were A's, and then there was and it was
like a
kind of
network, like a,
yeah,
I
it
get
was
you.
big A. There were little A's and there was big A. So
Some of us would like a big A, and instead we have a little A.
well,
Wah, wah. Sorry, I had
Um,
to. But I totally get
You
it.
have
And
to.
maybe that's, I haven't seen, again, in terms of how they plan to build, I haven't seen much talk of what was the original, structure in terms of, hey, we kind of already had this planned out for so and so many seasons, so I want more seasons, to be
I
fair.
really
I
want
do,
more seasons.
because I would
Yeah.
love some more screen time to some of the other, actually what I really did enjoy, though, one of the things is just how involved the mothers were. I loved that. And I'm not a big fan of the whole back and forth, but I loved those actresses. So
I was just happy for Lea Solange. The whole new world.
Stop it. I'm just saying, I really did enjoy like the way they crafted how that story just, was woven into these new teens. Like, I loved it.
Yeah.
I don't know a lot
and
of the moms do you know them from other stuff? I don't really.
Well, one is
Yes!
a dream girl.
Oh, well, yeah, okay.
I'll be your dream.
And then one was in
girl.
Popular.
Oh my God,
And then
Carly
the other
Pope
one was the voice. Exactly. And then one of them was the voice of Jasmine and the singing voice of Mulan.
Cool. All right. See, I didn't
How
know.
dare you, sir?
Because the original had awesome moms too. Like the original had had someone from Melrose Place.
I do
Holly Marie
remember.
Combs was in it. So like
Mhm.
the show is they try to do a good job with the mom. So I do like Yutaka said, I appreciate that they had
I
some
feel-
great
You'll
time.
be pleased to know they did a good job with the moms here too.
Yes, like I really I loved, I enjoyed that, because I'm not, sometimes if you rely on flashbacks, it can really also be just like but this one, I felt that it was evenly paced and it worked well with the series. But again,
Yeah.
it was very enjoyable. That, I think that's the key takeaway, is there were things I might, nitpick here or there, but overall, I had a great time watching this, because
Everything has nitpicks.
yeah,
But
this was, I wanted horror from this, because again, I haven't seen the original series. But knowing it was going to be on HBOmax, I knew we were going to get maybe some either more vulgarity, but maybe also more blood.
Mhm.
And hey, I really, really did enjoy it. So yeah. And it sounds like you both did too.
what?
Absolutely.
So we've obviously said what we liked and what we didn't like. So what would you rate it then, Yutaka?
I knew you were going to ask that. I'd give it an 8.
Good. Steve?
That's exactly what I was going to give it an 8. Yeah. not
I
to
was
just
going
mirror
with
Yutaka, but
8.5.
I don't.
So-
Yeah.
Way to be different, Liam.
I couldn't possibly be the same.
Yes. Well, so that is our review, and obviously, clearly, we recommend it. And we will have a spoiler review to where we will talk about the reveal of A, and we'll talk about, what you saw to where you're like, oh, you knew it. Like, again, if y'all don't know by now, I don't pick up on things like that. I do not. I'm just letting you know. So that spoiler review, I'm gonna be like quiet as can be. But I know that's why Liam's just a tad bit mad because he didn't see it as early as he should have when the clues were all there. Because I had somebody break them down for me. I'm like, oh, damn. It was right in front of my face.
See,
How
I
dare
actively
you say
try
no,
not
it
to.
wasn't. It's just the way my brain works. I just figure things out usually.
You do. You look, if we are ever in a real life murder mystery, or I need to find Carmen Sandiego, I'm gonna call up Leah.
Where's she at?
Yeah. And with that, just want to say thank you again. Remember, like, comment, share, subscribe, all that fun stuff. And just stay tuned because Tuesdays are our main episodes, and sprinkled throughout, you will see interviews, reviews, and more. So until next time.
Goodies.
Bye.
Goodbye.
You have been listening to the Horror Hour. See you next time.